for over a year, we've called this van home, but it's time to mix things up a bit and move into our original overland rig, our beloved Taco Roamer. This week is going to be a bit of an adjustment as we get used to living in much smaller quarters and exploring the dusty back roads of Nevada. If you think Nevada is just casinos and dirt, you're in for a surprise.
Yeah, I don't want to be outside. Great Basin National Park.
These hot springs, they look so cool.
The perfect time to come here.
And if you're new here, hi, I'm Emily. This is Brian and our adventure pup Wes. In July 2024, we stepped away from our careers to chase the freedom of the open road. Life is short and the world is big. Let's go on an adventure out there.
Setting up camp's a little bit different, and I'm a little bit rusty.
It's the time of the season when love runs high. In this time, give it to me easy and let me try with pleasured hands.
It does feel good to be back in the Taco Roamer, though.
To show you everyone.
You are rusty, aren't you?
I'm just all thumbs right now.
I can't believe it's been almost 2 years since we were in our OG adventure rig, the Taco Roamer. If you haven't been following us for very long, you've probably never seen adventures in the Taco Roamer. That's used to be the name of our channel, actually. Tacoma, Roamer, Taco Roamer. We love this four-wheel camper. We got it in 2021 and could just never let go of it even after we got the van. And I'm so glad that we didn't, because Gertie is at home now getting some much needed TLC and love after a couple of summers spent up north going to Alaska and Canada. And here we are now in the Taco Roamer, where it all started, in our home state of Nevada, exploring with two of our closest friends. There are some major differences between the four-wheel camper, Taco Roamer, and our van Gertie. And I think it's going to take quite a bit of getting used to. There's definitely going to be an adjustment period being back in this rig. And we'll cover all of that later in this video. Just really excited to do something different and mix it up a little bit and come back to our roots where we really did fall in love with overlanding.
Off to a bit of a rocky start. Camper's been in storage for a while, and the fridge was working before when we left home. It's not working right now, so I'm gonna check some fuses and see if I can't get it going. That would be a big waste of food. It's hot out. Not a lot we can really do about it right now. Could be some wiring. The light's on, there's power to the fridge, but I don't think the compressor is kicking on, so maybe I'll open up the panel in the back and see if I can check things out.
That woman, she got a hold on me. She's the warmth of the summer, the color of spring. She's the strongest wind, the calmest breeze. That woman, she got a hold on me.
Not only did we get the Taco Roamer back, we got the Scottle back. Our favorite way to cook.
We needed a new one of these. It just came in just in time for this trip.
That girl, she's like the
Yeah, we can do that.
That girl, she's like the finest. Now I'm drinking till my heart is full.
Tonight, courtesy of Nick and Sarah, we've got tri-tip, mashed taters, and asparagus.
Hold on me, yes,
Good morning. Some things between the camper and the van are different, but some things are just the same. One of the big differences between the van and the camper, we have to actually make and push the bed in every morning so I can access the kitchen so I can make my coffee.
What just happened, Wes?
But once everything is set up, it's actually quite a bit of space in here. Another big difference in this camper is we actually have propane in the camper for our stovetop and our hot water. Side note, the fridge is fine. So when you turn this fridge on, there's an off, and then you turn it on, it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In my brain, I thought 5 and 6 were colder. And Emily was like, no, I'm pretty sure the lower numbers are colder. Emily was right. We put it on 3. Everything's cold. Freezer's freezing again. So that issue is...
Say that again, Brian?
What?
Say that again? I didn't hear you. I don't think they heard you. A little bit louder. Say it again?
Emily was right. You can take over Moss.
No. Okay, but the real elephant in the room, like a huge difference we haven't talked about. Look at this baby face. No more beard.
I want to talk about it. This might look a little different too. The AeroPress is in the van. This is the OG press. Emily got me this Stanley when we first met. Aw. Let's go make some breakfast. One of the biggest differences between the four-wheel pop-up and our van is breaking camp. This is our storage, so when we have to pack up and leave, it's kind of an ordeal with the four-wheel pop-up. The van, we can almost just get up and go. So this, for full-time travel, is a little more difficult for that reason. Probably takes us about half hour, 45 minutes to get this guy all packed up. 15 minutes in the van max. That was a narrow trail. We definitely got we both got some pinstripes from this one. We even took one of the caps off the toolie rack. This was a really cool camp spot. Night number 1 was a success. We really didn't know what we were gonna get into. Found this spot. We always left something that has water. Freedom for the pups, nice shade trees. It's been pretty hot though, and there's a really nasty storm. It looks like it's gonna be a nasty storm rolling in. So we're gonna bug out now and head on to the next destination. There's some big feelings in those clouds out there.
We're on Highway 50 right now, traveling through central Nevada. Highway 50 is fondly referred to as the loneliest road in America. and for good reason. There's just not a lot out here. But we have heard that there might be some hidden hot springs. There's some well-known hot springs too, but we are on the quest to find something a little bit more off the beaten path. So we're gonna see if we can go find some hot water to soak in.
Right now, we are actually backing up. We think we passed the road to the spring. Really been no markers out here. Been driving for probably about 10-15 miles on this lonely desert road. So hopefully we find something soon. Well, these are definitely not the hot springs we were looking for. Moo.
May not have found the hot springs today, but we are on the Pony Express Trail, which is still pretty cool. This is the route that they used from 1860 to 1861. It's just wild to think about how they carried that mail across these deserts way back then. Pretty impressive.
Hey there. Last night ended up being really fun. After not finding the hot spring we were looking for, we ended up going to a buddy's house, a buddy of a buddy. He happens to be an alfalfa farmer. Super cool people, had a barbecue. He told us about his land, his alfalfa business, and he also had a lot of really good information just about the general area we were in. And this morning he took us out to some charcoal kilns, or a charcoal kiln that was pretty cool. Smells good in here. And then we got to ride a really fun, homemade, two-stroke death machine. Is there anything really better than a two-stroke? It's been a pretty cool day and a half, and now we're heading towards Great Basin. Okay, after driving around for a few hours and finding some less than desirable camp spots, I think we finally found a really legit one for the night. Great Basin National Park and Willer Peak are right over there.
We had quite the intense rain and hail and lightning and thunderstorm last night. I don't know if any of us slept very well, but it's looking like it might be another kind of rainy day today. I don't think we're gonna move camps tonight. I think we're gonna stay here, but either way, one thing about the camper versus the van, kind of my least favorite thing is having to make the bed every day. After last night, I think we're all needing a little bit of coffee and caffeine in our lives. So let's get that going.
This morning we're gonna make pancakes, strawberry and blueberry pancakes. Yum. Where is the pancake mix? Way back here.
Don't have quite the cabinet like we do in the van. Looks like one of our poor chairs didn't fare too well in the storm last night. Is that your chair?
Not my chair. Not my problem. Got some big raindrops here in the desert.
That little doggy tea.
Little dog cake. Make a couple of those.
Only one doggy gets a cake.
Really good Kodiak berry pancakes. But I think it might be time to head inside for a minute. So we got a nasty storm coming this way. Let's get Wes inside. Yeah, I don't want to be outside. On days like this, days where we're stuck inside due to weather or whatever, we actually prefer the living space of the pop-up camper over the van. It's just a little more functional for both of us. Emily has a workstation here. There's still a half a bed if someone wants to take a nap. And you can still get to the fridge, the kitchenette. In the van, if the table's out, there's really not a lot of room to move around. One of us is usually stuck in the swivel seat. So yeah, I don't mind days like this in the camper because it's just nice and cozy. Got some more coffee going, and we'll just wait for this storm to pass, see what we can do today. Hello from Great Basin National Park. We decided we needed a little break from just being inside the camper, so we all hopped into Nick's rig and took this beautiful road up into the park. The colors are changing. It's oranges, reds, greens. It is beautiful up here. We're about 8,150 feet right here. Unfortunately, we were going to do another drive up to Wheeler Peak. It was supposed to be really good for views, and they got about 20 inches of fresh snow last night. The road up there is closed for the season, so it's the second time we've been skunked on that. So we'll be back to this park. But yeah, check this out. It's really beautiful. And this is Wheeler Peak. Wanna see? Wanna see? Now. It was an interesting day with all the weather, but we got to see a lot of stuff, and Nick and Sarah made us a really tasty peanut Thai dinner. Let's dig in.
Good?
So good. Taco Romer's peeing on me. All watered up, all fueled up. Just have to go get some supplies in town so we can head out to our next spot. Isn't overlanding fun, guys? We're currently on the Success Loop just outside of Ely, and this is the perfect time to come here to see some colors change.
We are hot spring hunting. We've been driving for a couple of hours since we left Success Loop, And although we got skunked on that hot spring the other day that turned out to be like a cattle trough, this one looks a lot more promising. So we're headed out to see if we can find some hot water. And I think we're all looking forward to just a good soak. With the rain the past few days, this trail's definitely got some nice ruts in it, that's for sure.
It's a pretty fun road out here. Pretty cool water crossing. We're at the hot spring now. There is someone here. Not a lot of places to camp. I think I see the spot over there that's flat. We came all the way out here. I think we should stay, but we'll see what our friends want to do. There was a spot back a ways. It was nice and level and like a little meadow that would be an option. So, yeah, but this is really fun. This is a fun trail out here.
We made it to camp. Cannot wait to show you guys these hot springs. They look so cool. We might have to be a little discreet though because there are some other people here and hot springs don't always require clothing. So definitely want to be respectful of that. But first things first, we got to see if Wes approves and then we're going to show you kind of like how we pack up the truck because it is so much different than the van. What do you think, bud? Lots of cow pies.
Here's how we pack up the Tacoma. Every inch matters in this thing. A lot like the van, but even more so in this. We've got Wes's Cove right here. He gets most of the back seat. Beyond that, there's the Blue Eddy Charger. There's our Yeti Icebox, camera gear, backpack. And I also have tools kind of spread out. I've got a toolbox back here. A much smaller toolkit than I carry in the van, but pretty much everything I should need. And then under the seats there's even a little bit more storage for bottle jack, some impact guns, stuff like that. I think we've done pretty good maximizing the space in here, especially for Wes. We've got a yard sale.
Usually do in this thing.
Things got tossed. Got a little bit of cleaning up to do to set up camp tonight. Things are a lot more organized before we break camp. That road we came in on was pretty rough. But this is also the really big difference between this camper and the van. This is our garage, which is also our living space. So all of this has to come out so we can set up and then have our home for however many nights we're here.
It is soaking time. Finally, after we got skunked on that last one, weren't sure if hot springs were going to happen on this trip. Did you know Nevada has like one of the highest concentration of hot springs in all the states? So I think this is very well deserved.
Cheers.
Boop.
Gator. Gator.
Look at this little swimmer we have. Hi, Evie.
Fun fact, Evie is Wes's OG girlfriend. And she loves hot spring. This hot spring's perfect. Rocky bottom, perfect temperature. It's big. It's a good day. Cheers, Gator. Boop. Morning. A little chilly out today. We're getting some breakfast going, and check out this cool table Nick and Sarah let us borrow for the day. Attaches to your tire. It's lightweight. I see this in our future because that other table we have, that little thing, I like that one. Just about all packed up, getting ready to head out of here. This is what the camper looks like pre-trip. It never looks like this when we get to our destination. And I think today's gonna prove that point.
This was such a sweet little spot with that hot spring, but it's time to keep on moving down the road. We're gonna get out of here. Looking forward to the trail out. This is like such a fun trail. And then I think we're gonna try and go find a truck stop shower. Never done that before, and we don't really have a great way of showering in the Taco. And after the hot springs, I'm thinking we could probably use one. So let's go see what those are all about. Okay, so you get a little towel and a washcloth. That's nice. And I mean, that's not bad. Well, how was your first truck stop shower?
Loves truck stop showers. They get a 10 out of 10. That was really nice. Our booties are clean. We're gonna continue on to our next destination, and that's where we'll pick you up next time as we overland Nevada. We really hope you liked this video. If you did, hit that like button, consider subscribing. We'll see you on the next adventure out there. Bye!
You go faster than that.
Oh, hell. Hell no. If it ain't raining, you ain't training. That was an old army saying.
Never fun to pack up in the rain, but I think it is time for us to go. We've got a little bit of a break in weather.